Hi friends, welcome to CR Digital Classes. In this video, we are going to understand liquidity ratio with the help of a problem. So first of all, we try to understand what is liquidity ratio. So ratio is the calculation or ratio is the analysis where we try to understand the position or the relationship between two variables in the financial statements so that we can understand or we can more aware about the position, the strength of the financial strength of the organization. So here we are focusing on liquidity ratios. What are liquidity ratios? Liquidity ratios are ratios which reveal the financial strength in the short term period, how far they are able to meet the requirements. So this liquidity, the name liquid itself is, it is cash. The how far we can convert the assets, the current assets into cash. So under the liquidity, here we are trying to understand the level of conversion, the level of liquidity or the degree of liquidity the company is possessing, the financial statements are having. So they say that liquidity refers to the ability of a firm to meet the short-term obligation, that is within the short period, how far we can meet or we can pay the amounts, the payments whatever we have to make in the short period. We are trying to measure whether we are able to do, we have that ability to do that payments in the short period or not. So these liquidity ratios are various ratios, that is they are different ratios depending on the level, depending on the degree of liquidity. We are trying to segregate those liquidity ratios. Then these ratios are calculated, that is to determine the short term payment capability, the ability to pay the short term requirements. So these ratios are classified into three, that is current ratio and quick ratio and absolute ratio. As mentioned, the liquidity ratios, under the liquidity ratios, the three are categorized. That is, each one will tell the level of liquidity, the degree of liquidity the company is having. So current ratio will be revealing us about how far we can able to call, that is meet the current liabilities. So under this we are trying to consider all the current assets. So current ratio will be revealing us about the short term payments, how far we can do. That is, for example, we are having 1 rupee of current liability, at least we should have 2 rupees of current assets. So the standard ratio is 2:1. That means he will sell that it is satisfactory. If the ratios are above the 2:1, that is more than 2 or more the current assets when compared to current liabilities, it is understood that the company is in a sound position to make the payments in the short term. That is, it is satisfactory. In coming to liquidity ratios, it is, so we are trying to measure still more liquidity. So in the current ratio, we understood that in general when considering all the current assets. But when we consider all the current assets, sometimes we may not be in a position to convert all current assets into liquid cash in the quick time. So we try to check what is the capacity we have, the company is having, depending on the financial statements, how far they can convert the assets into cash. So the liquid ratio, that is quick ratio, or it is also said to be acid test ratio or quick ratio. This ratio will let us know how the degree of the liquidity, that is still more higher than the current ratio. So this ratio should be, the standard ratio should be 1:1. That is, for every current liability, 1 rupee of current liability, the company should possess at least 1 rupee of current assets. If this is, that is equal to 1 or more than 1, it is said to be satisfactory. Then coming to absolute liquidity ratio, that means we want to measure still more liquidity, that highest liquidity. So here we are going to consider only cash. Immediately we want cash. What is the degree of liquidity the company is possessing? So here the ratio is 0.5:1. That means current 1 rupee of 1 rupee of current liabilities, the company should possess 0.5 the assets, that is absolute liquid assets. So if it is matching, if it is meeting this ratio, it is understood that the company is in a satisfactory way, that satisfactory level where it can meet the absolute liquid liabilities. So let us understand this concept with the help of a problem. So balance sheet is given. It is the balance sheet of a general insurance company for the year 31st March 2012. So here they are asking us to find out current ratio, acid test ratio and absolute liquid test. That is, first one is current ratio, where we are going to consider all the current assets. Okay, when coming to acid test ratio, we are going to leave some ratios, some components from the balance sheet which may not be able to convert the cash immediately. For example, stock. If we take stock, immediately sometimes the stock may be outdated. Sometimes the stock may be not expiry. So you cannot expect the money converting stock into liquid cash. So there it is not considered. So as we are trying to test higher liquidity more than the current ratio, the liquid ratio will be only considering the current ratios, current assets which can fetch the amount, that is a liquid cash, very early, that is within a quick time. So next is absolute liquid ratio. Here, as I told you, we want the cash within liquid cash within no time. That is the highest liquidity. So let us see here the current assets you can identify as bills receivable and sundry debtors, the bank balance, short-term investment, stock, prepaid expenses. So these are all current assets. Now let us understand with the problem calculating that. This side if you take under liabilities, here bills payable, sundry creditors, bank overdraft and outstanding expenses. So these are current liabilities. So when coming to the first question, they asked to calculate the current ratio. Here are the current assets, here are the current liabilities. We are going to consider complete current assets and complete current liabilities. So according to the formula, current ratio is equal to current assets by current liabilities. Current assets by current liabilities. So current assets, we will be considering all the current assets whatever is in the given problem. So given in the given problem, you can notice that here it is given bills receivable, then sundry debtors and bank balance. So sundry debtors, bank balance. Then again they gave short-term investment. Here it is short-term investment. Then prepaid expenses. So prepaid expenses. Then stock. So all these things are considered in the problem. Now we are going to sum up these current assets. Let us see. So according to the given data, these are the data given in the problem. So coming to the sum up of all the current assets, it is 2,65,000. Total current assets are 2,65,000. Now coming to current liabilities, here it is bills payable. So noted bills payable, and the amount, let us see also amount, that is 60,000. So it is 60,000. Then sundry creditors 70,000. Sundry creditors 70,000. Then bank overdraft. It is 30,000. Then coming to outstanding expenses 50,000. So outstanding expenses 50,000. Sorry, 5,000. It is 5,000. So put together, sum up of all these things is 1,65,000. Now total current assets are 2,65,000 and total current liabilities are 1,65,000. So 2,65,000 divided by 1,65,000, which is equal to 1.61:1. That is, current, for every 1 rupee of current liabilities, the company is possessing 1.61 rupees of current assets. So as we have discussed that the standard ratio, the ideal ratio for the current ratio is 2.2:1. But coming to the solution, the answer we got is, the results are 1.61. That is less than the 2. We have to understand that the company is not having strong ability to meet the obligations, whatever financial obligations it has to meet. Hence, it is not satisfactory. So, current ratio, when on the determination of the current ratio, we can say that it is not satisfactory. Then coming to liquidity ratio, see here liquid ratio, the second one they asked. So let us determine the liquid ratio. Here the liquid ratio formula, it can be known as liquid ratio. It can also be known as acid test ratio. That means little more liquidity, we are trying to see the degree of liquidity than the current ratio. So the formula, as per the formula, current assets minus stock, because the stock always we cannot consider that immediately we can get amount on that. Sometimes it will be outdated, sometimes it will be expired. So stock should be next level. That is, we cannot consider stock for the higher liquidity. So I am removing in the same way prepaid expenses. So these two will be removed from the current assets. So as per the previous data, the sum up of the all current assets is 2,65,000. Then coming to the stock and prepaid expenses. So stock is 30,000 and prepaid expenses are 5,000. That is 35,000. So let us remove these two from the current assets. So I am removing 30,000 stock and 5,000 prepaid expenses, which is landing to 2,30,000. So quick assets are 2,30,000. Next, coming to quick liabilities. Quick liabilities, when bank overdraft and other cash credit are not given in the problem, quick liabilities are equal to quick liability, that is current liabilities. So in the given problem, I hope it is given, bank overdraft is given. So we need to remove bank overdraft 30,000 from the current liabilities. So quick liabilities is equal to current liabilities minus bank overdraft. As cash credit is not given in the data, we are not considering, but bank overdraft is given, which is 30,000. So I am removing 30,000 from 1,65,000, which is equal to 1,35,000. So as per the given formula, it is quick ratio is equal to quick assets divided by quick liabilities. Quick assets are 2,30,000. Quick liabilities are 1,35,000. So when I am trying to determine 2,30,000 divided by 1,35,000, it is 1.7:1. That means for every quick liability of 1 rupee, the company is possessing quick assets of 1.7 rupees. That means we can say from the given standard ratio, whatever it is, that is 1.1. It is more, that is 1.7 is more than 1. Hence it is satisfactory. So the company is having the higher liquidity to meet the financial obligation. Next, coming to acid test ratio. The third one is asked acid, that is absolute liquid ratio. So absolute liquid ratio, we are trying to measure more highest liquidity. That is, the degree of liquidity will more than current ratio and acid test ratio. So here we are going to consider only cash and the investment, that is temporary investments. Coming to absolute liquid ratio, the formula is absolute liquid ratio is equal to absolute liquid assets divided by quick liabilities. Then absolute liquid assets is equal to bank balance from plus short-term investments. So bank balance is 45,000 and investments are 25,000. Once again, we'll try to check with the data. So bank balance is 45,000 and short-term investments are 25,000, which is coming to 70,000. So absolute liquid assets total is 70,000. Then quick liabilities, that is current liabilities minus bank overdraft and cash credit. As cash credit is not there, we have less the bank overdraft. That is 1,65,000 minus 30,000, which is 1,35,000. Now, according to the formula, 70,000 divided by 1,35,000, which is giving 0.52:2. That is, every 2 rupees of quick liabilities, the company is possessing 1.05, that is 0.52 quick absolute liquid assets. That is the highest liquidity. That means as per the given ideal ratio, it should be 1:2. But the company is possessing only 0.52. That means it is not satisfactory because it is less than the standard. It is not satisfactory. The company is not having the ability to fulfill the, that is to meet the short term requirement which is as per the highest liquidity. Hence, I expect that you have understood this liquidity ratios with the help of the problem. It will be very much useful for the examination, and this question is also expected in the essay question, like practical problem. Thank you very much. All the best.